What's going on, world? AJ here, and today it is January 6th. Originally was slated for foundation work today. I was going to take this month off to focus on rebuilding and getting stuff done. However, due to snow and weather and ice and such that we got outside right now, I picked a heck of a week to be off. So that works in my favor a little bit for this week. But originally we were supposed to have foundation work done, and that's now been pushed off for next month. So we are going to continue on with the AJ show and continue to have things rolling. Today we got a new Lego set for you because we've just got back from the holidays. It's a new season. It's a new year. We got some new stuff to talk about. I got some new games also. We got Shadow X Generation, Sonic X Shadow Generations. That's hard to say. And then, of course, the remake of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Fantastic play. I will have to do a video on that one at some point this year because the shenanigans and the dialogue and stuff, I don't know if some of it's been retooled or not, which I think some of it has. But my goodness, there's some funny stuff that goes on in that game that we have to talk about some of this stuff. So, without further ado, get yourself a burial, sit back, relax, and let's go into our first video of the year. We're talking about Lego Ninjago today. Now, I don't have the box. I retossed it out, and the booklet is in the garage in the Lego manual tote. That is, I'm not going to tear down some plastic and go get it, all right? So we're just going to go as like this. But we don't need to talk about a box. We don't need to talk about a manual. Not for this set anyway. It's not like one of those collector sets that has like a little story in front of it or whatever, or this nice beautiful box. Not to say that the box isn't beautiful, but it is. It's a good box for what it is. But Lego Ninjago, do you know of it? It's been around for a long time, and I never really got into the idea. I kind of thought maybe the Castle series morphed into this Ninjago thing, and we'll never get another medieval set again. We got the old classics sitting right there of remakes and new ones. So we're good. We're in business for medieval. And Lego also dropped some new series minifigs. And there's a Wolfpack man that I want to get. He has a wolf with him too. And I tried to find him the other day at our local Walmart and scanned every single one of them. Nowhere to be found, but I went with the jetpack guy. Just at least have something. You know, even though I was a little disappointed in that part. But I'm going to go to Lego.com real quick on here. Oh, they got some cyber deals going on, apparently. Because I want to find this set here real quick. I put a graphic up on the corner somewhere, or wherever it's going to land, of the box art. That way you can at least see it. But what I got for the holidays, and it was on my wish list because I've been into Lego mechs. I don't know about you, but I just love these mechs. I've been getting to like the Star Wars, some of the Marvel, but then I saw this one. And I was like, this thing looks like a Gundam to me. I don't know about you, but it looks like a Gundam. And man, for $99, I'm going to get it right here. This thing... compared to the other mechs, this thing will annihilate them easily. This thing is massive. Look at this thing. It is so massive. And there's a lot of bending of the arms, as you can tell. It's a slow movement, you know, for the bending, so you want to be cautious. But it's got the hand motions right here. It's got this cool blade on here. The shoulders kind of moves like so. If I can get it motion, it moves like this as well, but it's like by clicks. So it's very heavy. It is sturdy when you place it on a table. And there's a lot of different angles of movement and motion on this thing. And I'm very impressed. When I was building this part, look at that. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like, that is awesome. I don't know how. And you know, the knee right here, if you can look into there, how you had to build that, it slides in kind of deal. I need to bend the knee, but you had to build the grooves for a piece to slide in for the knees. Again, I don't know how the Lego designers do this. I mean, I get more impressed with the modern sets these days than the classic sets that we used to have. They're all more blocky and such back then. But man, you got all these smaller, flat pieces, and you just kind of build into things like this, and you get such cool creations, such as Cole's Titan Dragon Mech for $99.99. This is actually a really decent model of a mech, and I mean, I just love this build right here. The head part, if I can move the blade out of the way, lifts up here. The guys inside here, I love this. I love this part right here because it looks like you can close it and he's inside the mech kind of deal. And he's got his swords up here, you know, pinned. So there's a placement for both of his swords. The wings, they move like so, just this way, but also they move this way as well. So that's pretty nifty. And the waist turns, of course. So you got that turning movement of the waist. But yeah, and then these little covering flaps here, they move as well on around the sides. Nothing really too fancy on the butt, all right? So it's got a flat butt right there, so there you go. But man, just kind of look at this model here, the back side of it. This, I think it was this piece here, likes to pop off a lot. When I do the arm movements, it pops off. This one hasn't yet to pop off right here, I can tell. But yeah, they're just, the joints on here are just so cool. And you know, you move it on the sides like this. So there's like good range of motion when it comes to Cole's Titan Mech. And of course, let's get the figure Cole out here. I'm not really familiar with the Ninjago series. I haven't really got into the series at all. I was like, oh, okay, a bunch of ninjas, cool. But then they started bringing out the model mechs. And that is where I'm like, okay, we're getting somewhere with these. And some of them are like, yeah, they're okay. But this one, I love the design of it. The design of it is just so cool. And that's why I had it on my Amazon wish list. And it showed up for Christmas. But here's Cole. Right here, he's got the shoulder pads, kind of I don't know if he's like a cybernetic type of person or not. Again, I'm not very familiar with it. But if you take this off, there's this face here, and then there's another face pattern when you flip to the side that makes him look a little bit more cybernetic, if you will. So, yeah, kind of right there. He looks villainous that way. So I'm not sure if villain, good guy, what it is with this one. But I really, really love this. And the reason why I put it on here, because, again, I've been getting into the mechs. And, you know, yeah, they're about $15 a pop for the smaller ones. But this thing, oh, I was like, you know what? The pictures make it look big. And I'm like, is it really that big? And then when you begin the building process, it took a couple hours to build, you begin to see how it comes together. And I'm like, this thing is good. This thing is solid. This thing is so massive. And again, you know, I'm 5'11", but this thing right here, look at this. That is huge. That is so huge. And it's just so cool to see how Lego has designed. The designs of Legos lately has just been amazing. There's a lot of new stuff that just released on the 1st of this year that I'm looking forward to at some point down the line getting a hold of. We got some new Sonic ones out there. Like there's Tails and his little plane mech type of deal, Battle Metal Sonic. That's on my list. And then if we go here, give me just a second here. There's some newer stuff that came out. Let me just go to shop and then go to new, because that'll give me a good rundown. Another one is $9.99. The Blacktron Renegade. I'll throw a graphic up in the corner, of course, to showcase that for you. But that thing, I'm excited for this one. You know, I got the little miniature Blacktron ship that came out like couple of years back. I'm just so excited to see some classic sets making a return like this. So this makes me happy. It's a 18 plus, of course, 1,151 pieces, and it's 3 minifigures and a droid. So which you build, of course, but it looks so amazing. But yeah, there's a lot of great sets that are coming out this year that I'm excited for and looking forward to building and adding to the collection. So you know, and my shelves are pretty full, you know, as it is. So, but I love Legos. Always have since I was a kid. There was that weird period where I stopped collecting because it just wasn't hitting me at the time. But man, the comeback is epic though. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe out there. Stay warm if you're in this weather. And take care.